Thank you for listening to my daddy's podcast. Please subscribe to our channel.
All I gotta say is, who that? Hey, what's going on, Who That Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones. And yes, I am the host of the State of the Saints podcast. Thank you so much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints, and we have a special episode for you today. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time this 2025 season, we will have a New Orleans Saints watch along. We will be watching New Orleans Saints Week 8 matchup versus their divisional foe, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming to town 5-2, one of the best teams in the NFC. And of course, the New Orleans Saints are 1-6, trying to find their second win of the season. And whoever wins this game will be the only NFC South team to win today, because if you watch the early slate of games, you know that the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins pulled out them belts and put belts to behind to the Atlanta Falcons as well as the Carolina Panthers. I mean, as of right now, and I think it's still going on unless it just ended, and it has, the Bills knocked off the Panthers 40-9. And then you also had the Miami Dolphins coming into Atlanta, putting boots to behind 34-10. So for all those Falcon fans out there that was crying about Michael Penix, you might want to pump your brakes and realize that your boy might be pretty good. All right. So that don't be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. But enough of those NFC South teams. Let's talk about the ones that's going to be playing today. The New Orleans Saints, once again, 1-6, trying to find their second win of the season. Last week, they had 5 turnovers. You had Spencer Rattler looking like straight garbage out there. You had the defensive line couldn't get no pressure on Caleb Williams at all, was able to escape outside the pocket. And now they're going up against one of the best escape artists in the game in Baker Mayfield. Look, we already know these teams don't have any, I guess like any love towards one another. We know Baker Mayfield's comments towards the beginning of the week saying he don't like the Saints. And, of course, Mario Davis responded and said, who cares? It's all about what they do between those lines. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. The New Orleans Saints are heavy underdogs in this game. Nobody expect for the Saints to win at all. Cam Jordan is speaking to the media right now. So he's talking about eliminating Baker Mayfield. Easier said than done. So we're going to sit back and watch this game, folks. Hopefully the New Orleans Saints can look like something in this game. I'm just going to go ahead and let y'all know I don't expect for the New Orleans Saints to win this football game according to me, all right? That's my prediction. But let's just hope that they look pretty formidable in their efforts to try to knock off a very talented Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that's coming into town. All right, so sit back, relax. Let's enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, the New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hopefully this game can be competitive from start to finish. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will kick off to the New Orleans Saints to start this game. And we're going to take a look at Spencer Rattler unless something happens on special teams. All right. So thank y'all for being with your boy. Ask that you hit the like button. And all All right, so here we go. Remember, there's only two running backs that the Saints have active today, Alvin Kamara and Devin Neal. They released Velus Jones to pick up the tight end from Baltimore earlier this week. So here's the kickoff, and it will be returned. And here's Mason Tipton, gets around the sidelines, gets around the corner, and gets to about the 35 or the 36-yard line. So really good start. And out comes Spencer Rattler, like we see on the graphic, 233 yards last week, a career high. I mean, career high this year, I guess, the highest he had this entire season last week. All right, so once again, he's responsible for 4 turnovers in the game last week. I said 5, but actually 4 turnovers for the New Orleans Saints. Let's hope they don't replicate that. So 1st and 10. You got Foster Moreau in motion. Alvin Kamara in the backfield. Spencer Rattler starting off, throws the ball quick. That pass is caught, and that is by Rashid Shaheed. And let's say he's probably about a yard short of the first down, unless they're going to give it to him. Let's see if they gave him the first down. And as we know, Eric McCoy out for the season. Luke Fortner will be the center for this game. Has a lot of experience with his time with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, so they're saying he made the line of game. So replay assistant says that he did indeed get the first down. So that's a good start by the New Orleans Saints. First pass, we've seen pressure by Todd Bowles. Spencer Rattler stood in a pocket, made the throw. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the New Orleans Saints. All right. Here's Alvin Kamara. Goes straight forward, gets about 4 or 5 yards on the ground there, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down. Taking a look at the defense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, very formidable bunch. And as we know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been dealing with a lot of injuries, but they still found ways to be competitive in games. Still got talented guys in the backfield and secondary. Antoine Winfield Jr., Jamel Dean. They're going to be relied on constantly in this game. Here we go. Off to Chris Olave. Chris Olave tries to get around the corner, tries to get a block from Rashid Shaheed, and that play goes absolutely nowhere. So that's going to bring up 3rd down. So a loss of 3 yards right there. I mean, I don't know, man. Rashid Shaheed not one of the best blockers I ever seen. Might want to put like somebody like Vele on outside, maybe a bigger body type receiver instead of putting Rashid Shaheed out there. But here we go. 3rd and 8 for the New Orleans Saints. Juwan Johnson in motion. We see that Tampa is submitting a lot of pressure right here. They're calling out the protection. Here's the snap. They're coming at Spencer Rattler. That pass is caught, and that is a catch by Devon Vele. Speak of the devil. That's another 1st down for the New Orleans Saints. All right, so really good pass right there. We see Spencer Rattler standing in a pocket in the face of pressure, getting that ball out quick to Devon Vele, the big target. And that's what you need to do. You need to stand in a pocket, giving him time. And Spencer Rattler, trusting his receivers, getting that ball out quickly. All right, so here we go. Juwan Johnson in motion again. And here's a play action. Spencer Rattler steps up, tries to go around. And that pass, that's a fumble. And that is going to be picked up by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that's going to be Tampa Bay's ball. So a very promising drive by the New Orleans Saints. Spencer Rattler couldn't sense the pressure around him and just comes behind and just swipes the ball down and fumbles it. So there we go. Anthony Nelson with the forced fumble. And yet again, the New Orleans Saints, so close, yet so far. Let's see. Rattler got to go down. Man, Rattler got to sense pressure. Rattler, man, that's one thing I will say about Spencer Rattler. He has like no pocket awareness. None. Like I don't want to say no pocket awareness, but he doesn't sense pressure around him at all. At all, man. That's why most of the time, like if you notice, like the last couple of weeks, like he's had fumbles. he's had fumbles. Like they fumbled it, but the Saints were able to recover it. Man, we had at least 3 points, bro. That's what separates a good team from a great team. That will separate winners from losers. Why can't he hang on to the ball as much as I like Rattler? I like Rattler too, man, but it's the same old song and dance. That dude ball security is garbage. He got to learn how to protect the ball. It's like that all the time. It's like if he's like he doesn't sense pressure. He doesn't hold on tight. Like he starts to move around in the pocket. I mean, he has to realize guys are trying to swipe at that football. You got to hold that thing tight. Wow, holding like a loaf of bread. Come on, Spence. Off to another bad start. I mean, it was actually off to a promising start. 2 first downs on the drive. It seemed like he was throwing the ball pretty well. But see, that's the thing. That's what a lot of people criticism of Spencer Rattler is about. Like he takes about 2 steps forward and then he takes 3 steps back. Like, man, you gotta hold on to the football. That kind of stuff, I cannot. I can't defend you for that, man. You gotta hold on to the football. Another wasted possession. Expecting a big game from Villa with McCoy being out. But Lou Fortner, I mean, he's an experienced center. Like this would be like concerned if Torricelli Simpkins was probably the starting center today, but Luke Fortner has had some experience, so it's not like he just coming into the game like don't really understand the magnitude of it. Pocket awareness is fine. Ball security is terrible. Yeah, pocket awareness, yeah. I mean, this is 5th giveaway in the last 2 games, man. That's the kind of stuff that gets you benched, for real. No matter how promising you may be playing. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the handoff right here, and that is to Rachaad White. Of course, Bucky Irvin is still out dealing with an injury here. And like I said, man, you're holding the ball like a loaf of bread. Guy just comes right behind you, and you just got to sense that. Like you just got to sense that, man. Yep. Yeah, I mean, this the truth. I mean, John DeVilma speaking the truth. Like they're gonna get you benched no matter how talented or how solid you may be playing. Here we go. And it goes around and Rachaad White yet again spins forward for a 1st down. All right, so they're trying to run the football right here, and you might want to be able to protect, be able to stop the run, because if not, I mean, they can do whatever the heck they want then. Because then you're going to be looking at the run, eyes going to be in the backfield, and the play action, big pass down the field is going to hurt you. All right, so here we go. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10. We got Rachaad White in the backfield. Cade Iden switching from the right to the left, and they hand the ball off again to Rachaad White. This time he is stopped at the line of scrimmage, and that is by Chase Young and crew. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. So Baker Mayfield, man, having an incredible season. They had a rough outing on Monday night versus the Detroit Lions, but this has been a really good football team, and Baker Mayfield has been the guy who has been putting the team on his back no matter what the situation is. No Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin today. We know Mike Evans dealing with an injury, had a concussion, had that breakage, on Monday night. Hope he has a speedy recovery. But here we go, 2nd and 10. Baker Mayfield in a gun. Here's a flag on the play. This is going to be a false start on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so going to back it up 5 yards. So this is going to be a 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. All right, so Kristen Wirfs responsible for the false start. So it's going to make it a little bit harder for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on this 2nd down to try to convert. 2nd and 15. Baker Mayfield in a gun. Checks his protections. Got Sean Tucker in the backfield. Had a big game against the New Orleans Saints at Superdome last year. And that pass goes over the head of Emeka Egbuka. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 15 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 15. And I know I may be, behind some folks. I know I may be behind some folks, but look, I just ask that everybody do not predetermine or tell what happened in the game, please. 3rd and 15. All right, Mecca Ibuka in motion. All right, so here's the snap. Here's the pressure. It comes, and Baker Mayfield wrapped up. And Baker Mayfield gets sacked on a play. Man, unbelievable. All right, so we got Rashid Shaheed, Riley Dixon off the punt. Here's the punt. Gets it off. And a fair catch called by Rashid Shaheed. So that's going to be at about the 28-yard line. So New Orleans Saints get another opportunity to come out. Spencer Rattler had a turnover. Like I said, ball security is key for Spencer Rattler, man. Like, you already got whispers about Tyler Shook. You don't want to make it easy for him. You don't want to make it easy for him to come out. Boot Camp Kennels, thank you very much for the $9.99. Appreciate that. Says that defense trying to fire up. It's still early in the game. Still early in the game. Look, we hold him accountable when it is his fault. Yeah, I mean, that's what people don't think that. Sure, I definitely hold people accountable. I don't care how much I like you. I don't care how much I like you. Thing is, man, you got to be able to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. The New York Jets get their first victory of the season. They knock off the Cincinnati Bengals by a score of 39-38. The New York Jets. The New York Jets get their first victory of the season, ladies and gentlemen. That's huge because, the Saints are, a team that's picking in a top 5. You got the Baltimore Ravens who won today against the Chicago Bears. So, they got 2 wins. So, I want to see the Saints win as many games as possible, but if they cannot get the job done, this may move the Saints up to maybe the 2nd spot in the NFL draft after today. Let's take a look. Let me take a look at NFL Tankathon and look at what the rankings and the draft order is right now. The New Orleans Saints, as of right now, have the 2nd pick in the draft according to Tankathon. The Jets with 1 and 7. Then you got the New Orleans Saints, and then you have the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans, I believe, they played the Indianapolis Colts today. Yeah, so they probably going to be looking at 1 and 7 themselves. The Colts are a really good football team, looking like one of the best teams in the AFC right now. What you think about Marcel Reed, TJ? What I think about Marcel Reed? You talking about the tight end? Or the quarterback? All right, hold on. I'll give my answer in just a second. Let's see. Spencer Rattler rolls to the right. Look. Yeah, that pass is caught for a few yards by Chris Olave. So we're going to say about 2 or 3 yards. Marcel Reed, the quarterback from Texas A&M, I think he's talented. Little small guy. But I still think he got some growing that he needs, man. I think he's talented. I think he can move well. But, I still think he has some growing to do. All right, so anyway, 2nd and 7 for the New Orleans Saints. You got Alvin Kamara in the backfield, Devon Vele in motion, and Alvin Kamara pushing forward, driving forward. So a couple runs by Alvin Kamara, I got to say, man, looked much better than any run that he's had over the last couple of weeks, man. Seemed like, he's making decisions, making quick decisions, and Robbing the ball. Here we go. 3rd and 2 for the New Orleans Saints. And here's a quick snap. Rolling. And he tries to dive and goes head first. And that's going to be enough for a first down. I think they're going to give him that first down. I think it's going to be enough for a first down. So Spencer Rattler making a better decision by just putting his head down and going for the first down. But he has to be careful with that, man. Going head first, that can be extremely dangerous right there, man. You don't want to get yourself knocked out of the game. I understand, you don't want to make a mistake. You're probably still fired up for the mistake that you made earlier, but you mean nothing to nobody if you out of the game. Here we go. And here's the handoff to Alvin Kamara. Tries to go around the right side and gets past the line of scrimmage, gets about 1 or 2 yards, fight for about 2 yards on the play. That was just Alvin on that. Nothing the offensive line did. All right, so, 66 yards this season for Alvin Kamara. And I just have to say, man, this has to be on the offensive staff of the team, not really utilizing Alvin in a multifaceted of ways. It's like they just basically just using him as like a regular, just everyday running back and not really catering to his skills. All right, so here we go. Spencer Rattler steps up in the pocket and gets past the line of scrimmage, but he is brought down. I believe that's Nelson again. So Nelson has been all over Spencer Rattler throughout this game so far. All right, so gets around Fuaga and cuts to the inside on Cesar Ruiz. And all right, so he just trips him up but I don't think that's a sack. He gets him right before I guess Spencer Rattler leans forward. 3rd and 9. Rashid Shaheed in motion. Here's the snap. Looking. Spencer Rattler steps up, throws the ball. That pass is caught by Rashid Shaheed, and he extends it forward. I think that's going to be enough for a first down. So another first down for the New Orleans Saints. They're able to move the football. That's one thing you can't say about the Saints in this game. They have been able to move the football effectively. And we see Rashid Shaheed gets out there and extends those arms out for a first down. So really good play right there by Spencer Rattler keeping the drive alive. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for the New Orleans Saints, 5:31 left. You got Chris Olave in motion, tries to throw it again, looking, throws, and that pass is caught. And that is to Juwan Johnson, takes a somersault forward. But yet again, that's another first down. So right now, Spencer Rattler is getting that ball out of his hands. You see Juwan Johnson right there in the middle of the field. All right, so here we go. Spencer Rattler in the gun, sends Chris Olave to the outside, looking, throws. He checks it down, and that pass is caught, and that is to Devin Neal, the rookie out of Kansas. All right, so the rookie out of Kansas, of course, he's getting a start because of Kendre Miller being out for the season with a torn ACL. So you're going to see quite a bit of Devin Neal this season if he can hold up. And there's high expectations for this guy. I think that he's very talented, as we know. Was a 6th-round pick, probably in a draft where it wasn't so saturated by really talented running backs. He probably would have been like a 3rd-round pick. So goes. Spencer Rattler tries to go around. This time he is sacked, brought down. So Dennis gets him on the ground. So let's see what happened there. All right, so we see. All right, so Jack Stoll actually just kind of whipped on the block there, and he just goes down to the ground. So a lot of pressure right there. Spencer Rattler just goes ahead and he just eats the sack. All right, so this is going to bring up 3rd and long for the New Orleans Saints. All right, so 3rd and 18 for the Saints here. And here we go. Spencer Rattler looking, checks it down to Devin Neal. Devin Neal tries to make somebody miss, and he is just tackled. So Spencer Rattler just getting what he can on that one. All right, so they're going to go ahead and just punt that football. So out comes Kai Kroger for the punt. Hopefully he can punt pretty well in this game. He's had some ups and downs this season. All right, so here's the snap here, and the punt is underway. And Johnson signals for a fair catch there, so he gets it at about the 8 or the 9 yard line. Not hate card, but hate Rattler too. And 3 and out per usual. Why did I have hope again? Back to corner row. If you're not moving the ball, what's wrong with a check down, bro? The emperor of empty yards. 3rd and long equal check down. Well, I mean, look, you want to just take what the defense give you. You don't want to just try to do nothing too crazy and then really hurt your team, like turn the ball over again or take a sack. We simply don't have the talent, you know? Empty yards is when the game is over and you're just getting garbage time yards. This offense don't have the talent. That's the problem. I mean, I just don't think they have. Look, you got to be talented to be in the National Football League. I just think they lack playmakers. Look, there's a difference between having talent and having playmakers. Having talent just means that you have individuals that possess skills to play their respective positions. Having playmakers is somebody that goes above and beyond, and you can just count on them to make somebody miss, or, you know, when you're in a tight squeeze, they can turn something into nothing. Like you look at like somebody like a Saquon, that's a playmaker, right? A Jamar Chase, a Justin Jefferson, those guys are playmakers. You throw the ball up there, they're going to make a play. They're going to come down with it, right? You know, you have some guys that can just be, you know, you need somebody to catch a pass. That's what the Saints have. If they, you know, they run their route and, you know, they turn around the ball right there, that's what the Saints got. Saints don't have playmakers. They got talent. They just don't have playmakers. Rattler is just not it, TJ. Yeah, man. I mean, look, I just think that the way that he plays the quarterback position, you just need great players all around. You need great offensive line. You need wide receivers that going to make somebody miss. You need a running back that's going to be able to go for 100 yards. You know, like that's just what it is, you know. And the more I see him play, the more I just realize that. And the Saints honestly can't afford to do that. They can't afford to have just a bunch of, you know, just a bunch of guys on the team that just make him look good and make his job easy. Like you need more from that quarterback position. And right now he just don't have it. AK is supposed to be that, but he's not himself on a losing team, I guess. They don't utilize him the right way. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10, Baker Mayfield under center. Calling out his protections here. All right, so he's seeing Cade Otton in motion. There's a handoff to Rachaad White. Gets behind the center and guard. Gets about 2 or 3 yards on the play. All right, so he's going to bring up 2nd down as we get closer to the end of the first quarter. Both teams don't have a score, and both defenses seem like they understand the assignment today. So we're taking a look at the Saints defense. Cam Jordan on the sidelines. We know that Chase Young has been back over the last couple of weeks, has been making plays and been disruptive. But, you know, they have to make sure that they're getting pressure on these quarterbacks and getting these quarterbacks to the ground. And you definitely don't want to slip tackles on Baker Mayfield. He's going to cost you. All right, so he pump fakes, and that pass is caught to Rachaad White, and that's enough for a 1st down. So move the change for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he signals out of the game, and pretty sure in comes Sean Tucker, so he looks like he's a little shaken up right there. Out comes Devon Godshaw. John Ridgeway back after missing a few weeks. All right, so you hate to see that for Rachaad White, man, but it's been pretty much the same old song and dance for Tampa dealing with these injuries this season. 1st and 10 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield under center, sends tight end in motion, hands it off to Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker gets around the sidelines and runs and gets enough for a 1st down, and ball goes out his hand, but is out of bounds. So and you hate kind of wondering what's going on here. Maybe it showed like maybe he fell on his arm or something like that. Like I said, man, you look at these injuries. All right, so here we go. Second and 1. Here's a hand off to Sean Tucker. He gets behind. He gets behind the guard there, and that's enough for a first down. So probably going to be the last play of the first quarter. So we know what Sean Tucker can do. He doesn't seem like he can play against any team but the Saints. I mean, went off and lost his freaking mind last time he played the Saints. So here we go. 16 seconds. See if they're going to get one more snap off or if Baker Mayfield is going to try to snap this ball. Let's see. And I don't think they're going to snap that. And why? See, you got to be kidding me, man. They were not going to snap this football. But that goes to show you right there, just the undisciplined play of the New Orleans Saints. They wasn't even going to snap the ball. I mean, come on, bro. Like, you've been in the league for about 10 years, and you know that they were just working the clock out. Man, it's like just undisciplined football. Why are LSU and Saints so bad? What did we do to deserve? I have absolutely no idea. Defense playing good. We could win if offense scores. I think it's both. They're not using him right, and he's just not playing with the juice like he used to. We get started, then the radiator explodes. AK, let's see, Kamala sold out last week. We are relying on Kellen play calling to do work because we don't have the horses to run the race. We can't just throw it up and pray like other teams or hand it off or pray like others can. Man, it just seemed like even the worst teams in the league can run the football. Like, you'll see like a big 20-yard, 30-yard run or something. Like, you don't never see that with the Saints. Like, you always see guys tiptoeing through the hole, man. Like even the worst, like I said, even the worst teams that you can watch, they'll have like a big run in a game. Like, the Saints don't never get that. It's always like the most they'll probably get is like 8 or 9 yards. No big runs. Then you will understand. Stop smoking and understand they are a bad team in a rebuild. Man, I have no expectations for the Saints. Anybody that's sitting up here with expectations after 8 weeks for a 1-6 football team, man, you're doing that to yourself. Only thing good this weekend was the No Limit versus Cash Money versus to come out the boot. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, that was pretty cool right there. It says, where's the Saints gear, TJ? The Saints gear, man. I normally ever wear Saints gear. At best, I probably wear like a Saints hat or something like that. You know, I don't, man, please. You're gonna see a State of the Saints podcast hat, State of the Saints podcast hoodie. At best, you'll probably see like a Saints hat. I mean, yeah, probably at best. I mean, I don't think putting on a hat or a hoodie make me any more or less of a Saints fan. No expectations. I'm happy long as we don't get blown the F out. Let's see. I'm hoping for a first pick next year at this point. Well, I mean, you keep on playing the way that you are, you're going to end up having the first pick. But anyways, 1st and 5 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As we start the second quarter, Baker Mayfield under center. Here's the snap. And here's the play action, throws, and that pass is incomplete. Had pressure in the face of Baker Mayfield, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Thank you, Cartel. Yeah, y'all can go ahead and hit that link. For real. Man, I like the New Orleans Saints, but at the end of the day, I don't spend a bunch of money like on hats and jerseys and all that kind of stuff. I ain't never been like that. All right, so excuse me, it should be what, 3rd and 5? Well, 2nd and 5, I guess. 2nd and 5. All right, so here we go. Looking. That pass is caught, and Justin Reed is right there, and that's going to bring up a third down. So really good tackle right there, open field tackle on a big tight end by Justin Reed. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, so here we go. Crowd in full throat inside of the Caesar Superdome, trying to make it extremely difficult for Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's see if they can get 2 yards on this play. They get, and he's under center yet again. Kincaid out in motion. Got Rachaad White in the backfield. They hand it off to him, and they do. They hand it off to Rachaad White. Little bobble on a tackle right there, but that's going to bring up 4th down. But there's a flag on a play. He is stopped short. And if you look at the handoff, it was rough from the start. So let's see what this flag is all about. Holding on the defense. So Divine Godshall gets a holding penalty, bails out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Instead of a stop, getting off the field on 3rd down, you're extending the drive. I mean, he bobbled the exchange. Man. So fresh set it down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Divine Godshall called for the holding penalty. Exactly. More picks. All right, so here we go. Baker Mayfield in the gun on a 1st and 10. Tez Johnson in motion. And here's the snap. Quick pass, and that's off to Sterling Shepard. He gets around the side and gets up the field, gets about 7 yards on the play. So that's going to bring about a 2nd and 3. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 2. All right, so 2nd and 2. Baker Mayfield in the gun. See what the New Orleans Saints do. Here's a handoff to Rachaad White. Gets around the corner, gets the 1st down and more, and move the chain for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So this is a very slow, methodical drive right here. But credit to the New Orleans Saints defense. Seem like they're doing a really good job tackling right now. Taking a look at Todd Bowles. Seems like he has found that they have found that stability at coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, so here we go. Baker Mayfield in the gun yet again. Here's the snap, and here's a handoff to Rachaad White again, and Pete Werner with a really good tackle right there. So for those that been talking about Pete Werner not making plays, there's one for you right there. And we know that the New Orleans Saints have kind of rotating these linebackers. We've seen Isaiah Stallbird in a game. We've seen Danny Strussman in a game last week. You know, Pete Werner, is a guy who was a pretty solid linebacker and could be up for, on the trade block. His name has been mentioned. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 9. Baker Mayfield in the gun. Look, checks it down. This is to Tez Johnson. Stiff arm, tries to go around the side and gets tackled by Justin Reed out of bounds. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 3rd and 8. All right, so all right, 3rd and 8 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield in the gun. See Sean Tucker in the backfield, and the Saints sending pressure, and wide open is Emeka Egbuka, and he takes a shot, but there's a flag on the play. So let's see what this flag is all about. Probably going to be on the Saints. Let's see what that is. It's going to be on the Saints from the looks of it. So Baker Mayfield looking. I mean, wide open. You might want to guard the best wide receiver they have on the team right now, and Emeka Egbuka. So Emeka Egbuka has enough for the first down. So Baker Mayfield, 5 of 7, 45 yards. And this puts the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the red zone. Here's the snap. Hands off to Sean Tucker. He gets up the field and gets down to about the 2-yard line. So yet again, Sean Tucker can't play against any other NFL team other than the Saints. Does absolutely nothing all season long. But when he plays against the Saints, he turns it to Saquon Barkley and gets down to about the 1-yard line. Man, here we go. On the 1-yard line, and here's the snap right there. And he tries to lean forward. And does he get to the end zone? There's a flag on the play. Let's see what this flag is about. Offsides on the defense. So yet again, more undisciplined play by the New Orleans Saints. And it's going to be a replay, so half the distance to the goal. All right, so here we go. Rachaad White in the backfield. Cade Otton in motion, hands it off to Rachaad White, and he gets stonewalled doesn't get there. So that's going to bring up 2nd and goal. All right, so really good defensive play right there by the Saints defense. So this is going to bring up 2nd and goal. I have to believe they lost a yard on that play. All right, so here we go. 2nd and goal. And they hand it off again. And this time he still can't get in. So bringing up another 3rd down. They better be careful. They don't hit him with that bootleg. Better be careful with the boot action here. All right, so here we go. 3rd and goal for the New Orleans Saints. Be careful with the boot action. I repeat, be careful with the freaking boot action. Hands it off again. This time, he's still short. Doesn't get in. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal. And you got to believe that Tampa is probably going to go for this. And really good penetration right there. Man, like I said, be careful on the boot action. Please be careful on the boot action. They hand it off to him again, Sean Tucker. And no, the Saints with the goal line stance. Really good defense by the New Orleans Saints. Goal line, 4 straight runs, and the New Orleans Saints defense up to the challenge. What a stance by the New Orleans Saints. That may be the best defensive stance the New Orleans Saints have had all season long, man. I could not believe that, man. I'm shocked. First off, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ran the ball 4 consecutive times. I think something like, I don't know, man. Something may be wrong with Baker Mayfield. Something may be wrong with Baker Mayfield. Because I don't want to believe like you had 4 opportunities and they didn't put the ball in the air not one time. I think something got to be wrong with Baker. The defense has a backbone, turnover on downs, impressive, but of course a 3-and-out. Them boys stood up. They definitely stood up. Defense is better on 3rd and goal than 3rd and 12. Let's see. Let's see what the heck the offense can do. Not a doggone thing. They're going to go for it, and we stopped them. Yeah, that was a really good stop right there. That probably was the best defensive stance the Saints had all season. I'm not shocked about it. They have this in them, except the offense. Nothing wrong with Baker. That just show you they don't respect the Saints at all. Yeah, they definitely don't. I mean, they ran the ball 4 times at him. Like, man, y'all boys can't stop the run for nothing. And they probably was watching the tape last week. That's probably what it was. They probably was watching the tape, and they probably saw like how DeAndre Swift was running all over. That's probably what it was. But anyway, I mean, really good stance right there by the New Orleans Saints. And let's see if this offense can actually do something. Kristen, thank you very much for the $5. Says, I'll look an offense that can actually take advantage of an opportunity and don't waste drives. In Life Jennings' voice, must be nice. Look, man, they just need to move the football, man. Move the football, make plays. Man, my goodness. I don't know, man. It's going to be decision time. I know a lot of people talking about after the bye and going up against the Rams and all that. But if I'm telling you, man, if they can't move the ball offensively, man, they up here nickel and diming. I think, man, time might be running out on old Spencer Rattler. All right, Brandon Cooks in motion. And, oh, my goodness, bro. You know what I don't understand? You know what I don't understand? How in God's name are you getting false start penalties at home? You're at home. You're at home. Everybody quiet. You should be able to hit a snap count. 1st and 10. Spencer Rattler in the gun. Here's the snap. Looking, throws to Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara fights, gets about 8 yards on the play. Why are you getting false? Like, somebody please explain this to me. Somebody please explain this to me. What the hell was that? What in God's name? Bruh. What in God's name? Bruh, what the hell was that? What in God's name was that? What was that? Anthony Nelson has been, this man about to be defensive player of the week off Spencer Rattler, man. This man already got a forced fumble, a pick 6. Yeah, bro, I can't defend. I'm sorry, man. I can't defend Spencer Rattler today. I can't defend that. What the hell was that? Kick is good. Tampa Bay Buccaneers now have a 7-0 lead. What? And guys, what the hell are you doing, man? Then he got his ass stiff on him. I mean, come on, bro. I can't defend that, bro. I can't. I can't defend that. Bro, I can't defend that. Hey, bro, Tyler, come on. Yeah, it seemed like it's about to be inevitable, man. I can't defend that. I don't know what guy's name that was. That would have happened that would not have happened with a 6'5" quarterback. Probably wouldn't. People still gonna defend it. I can't defend that. I'm sorry. Like, as much as everybody know I like Spencer Rattler, I really do. I support the guy, but I can't defend that. These last couple drives, like, honestly, man, he costing the team. The forced fumble, lack of ball security, and I don't know what dude was doing. Like, Quentin, like, Nelson is like what, like 6'5", 6'6", and you like 6 feet. Like, come on, man. You think it's Rattler? Yeah, that one was, and a fumble. Dang, bro, Rattler leash is getting short. Yeah. Halftime, but be shuck time, unfortunately. Yeah. I know everybody talking about when is it going to be his time, and talking about after the Rams game. I don't know, man. We might. Sorry about that. We might see dude next week. 6 turnovers in 2 weeks. Can't defend that, bro. I can't. Six turnovers. 6 turnovers. I can't. I can't. Yeah, we are looking at Rattler last game in real time. Shug might be starting after halftime. Yeah, he might. He might. I can't defend that, man. I've been adamant on, like, man, get this dude a chance, give him an opportunity. He's been playing solid football, but over the last couple of weeks, I can't defend it, man. I cannot defend this. Like, what is this? What is this? Like, what is this? I mean, he got 4 interceptions, 2 lost fumbles in 2 games. Bobbles the return, and here we go. Devin Neal gets to about the 20-yard line. So out come the Saints next week. He's giving Tampa Bay life, TJ. Yeah, I mean, the defense playing really well, playing inspired football. And then all of a sudden, like, man, you go out here playing like this. I might have to watch the World Series. I'm not even a baseball fan, but the Toronto Blue Jays in the World Series, even though I feel like they're about to get swept. But we're going to take a look. All right, so anyway, 6:37, 1st and 10 for the New Orleans Saints. Under center, they hand it off to Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill gets up the field for about 3 or 4 yards on the play. Anthony Nelson, like I said, first NFL player with a sack and interception return for a touchdown in the same game this season. Like I said, he probably going to be defensive player of the week off this man. I don't think anyone thinks Rattler nor Shuck is it, to be honest, but yank Rattler out, we are already done. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, if he turned his ball over again, like, you might want to, like, you might have to. But I think this might be his last game as a starter. Looking, scrambling, throws down the field. And that pass is caught by Chris Olave for the first down. So really good pass right there by Spencer Rattler. So got McCollum. So Chris Olave was able to get behind McCollum on that play. Well, excuse me, Jamel Dean found the soft spot and just able to get both of his feet down for the first down. So So here we go. Here's the snap. Looking. Throws down the field and goes towards the sideline. That pass is incomplete. And then, like I said, nobody really be getting open like that. So it's like he be force feeding Chris Olave. And Chris Olave is not like that big time possession guy. I'm telling you, man, it might be this it, and that pass was ahead of him. And I'm telling you, man, shoot, the Boo Birds about to come out. Alvin Kamara on the 3rd and 8, not really getting the ball at all. I don't know, man. They need a spark right now. 3rd and 8 for the New Orleans Saints. Juwan Johnson in motion. Spencer Rattler in a gun. Devin Neal in the backfield. Here's the snap. Looking, checks it down to Devin Neal. Devin Neal tries to get around, gets past the line of scrimmage, lead forward, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So gets about 1 yard on the play. Man. And then now it's like he in his head. TJ, you are so far behind on the TV broadcast. Well, like I said, you got to catch up with me. Shoot. Rewind it, whatever. Like I said, I don't know what it is. You know, like I said, I'm actually watching it. You know, I don't know why I'm behind. Let me see. Let's see if I can catch up. I'm seeing a Reese's Kit Kat commercial right now. Did anybody see a Reese's Kit Kat commercial right now? This team, the coaching is bad. They might as well just put the rookie in. 14-3, then over Cowgirls. The Saints and the Raiders should play the who's the worst game losers gets the bottom feeder trophy. Man, I think the Raiders might be better than the Saints. Dude, the Raiders got 2 wins. It's time, guys. I've been a huge Rattler supporter too. He just doesn't have that it factor, and I understand to give a quarterback some time, but Rattler doesn't flash like these other quarterbacks. Yeah. TV stream is about 45 seconds ahead of you, TJ. Turn your cam around. I'm not turning my cam around. Then I end up losing a feed. And you trying to get my channel blocked. That man trying to get my channel blocked and everything, man. Somebody tell me.
What the hell's going on out here?
What's going on with that, man? There are a lot of variables. It's all about the network and the company everyone is streaming from TJ. Yeah, man. Sometimes, like I said, TVs could be like a head. I don't know. I don't know what everybody else is saying. It's not you, TJ. It's just TV delay. I don't know, man. Like I said, some TVs are just behind. Like I remember, like me and my brother was watching a Thursday night game, the Vikings and Chargers, and I can hear maybe Al Michaels maybe 4 or 5 seconds ahead on my television than my brother's television. And I'm like, we watching the same thing. It's Prime Video. Boy, we're in trouble if they keep this up. I like Isaiah Stallbird, so that's a positive. This is why Moore drafted Shuck, the B size and speed. I think he likes Rattler. He just needs his quarterback to be bigger and faster. I just think that maybe Tyler Shuck just needed some time. I think that's just what it was. I think he just needed some time. And I think that's what it all just came down to. And like I said, I apologize, man, with this delay on here, but I mean, ain't nothing really I could do about this. Nothing really I could do. All right, so 1st and 10, Baker Mayfield under center. And here's the handoff to Sean Tucker and tries to get around the corner and gets tackled right away. Big time tackle right there. So big time tackle right there. So, man, special shout out to, everybody that's watching this right now. I just ask that you hit the like button if you enjoy the live stream. All right, so here we go. Here's a quick pass right here. Cade Iden tackled by Kool-Aid McKinstry. So that's going to bring up a third down. That's going to bring up a third down on the play. So the defense been playing pretty well, all things considered. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 2 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2:43 remaining in the second quarter. So Baker Mayfield, here we go. 3rd and 2. Sends Emeka Egbuka in motion. And here's a flag, and that's going to be a false start on the offense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we got a false start. All right, so here we go. A 3rd and 7 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Centez Johnson in motion. Here's the snap. Baker Mayfield looking. And he gets away. He escapes, gets around the corner. He throws, and that pass is incomplete, intended for Cade Iden. You have to wonder to yourself, should Baker Mayfield should have just took that himself? He probably would have got himself a first down, but instead he tries to force it to Cade Iden, and they get off the field, and that's going to bring up the 2-minute warning. I'm sorry to the defense for this wasted effort. Yeah. Man, you gotta wonder. Okay, this is an opportunity. I get it. I understand. Like, you still in the game. No need to trying to change it. And I'm pretty sure Kellen Moore is just not the way he's wired. He's not going to just throw Tyler Shuck out there. But man, if they get this ball back and this dude turn his ball over, or they don't get anything, you have to wonder, are they going to go to Tyler Shuck? Probably not, because I'm pretty sure Spencer Rattler got all of the first team reps in practice this week. How long can our defense hold, though, if we 3 and out the whole game? I don't know. That's a good question. Probably not long. Play call is terrible. Spencer Rattler bet on his unders. Keep all the play calling to TJ, who that nation. I see a 3 and out in our future. If we don't get anything as the assistant manager of the Rattler Club, Rattler got to sit. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that's a wrap, man. Like, for real. Like, I can't defend some of this decision making. Like I say, man, there is some good, but it's, man, it's mixed in with a lot of bad. And then, man, what the New Orleans Saints need right now, they need somebody that's going to be able to elevate people around them until the Saints figure this thing out. Until they figure this joint out. Like, they can't afford to have just a solid quarterback that just out there, you know what I'm saying, like just dinking and dunking. Like, you need somebody that's gonna be able to elevate your game. I'm finna take the Saints to the Super Bowl. Must be playing Madden now. Rattler about to get his CDL. And he's able to escape the pocket. All right, so here we go, man. Here's a punt. And Riley Dixon gets it off. This is a long punt. This possibly could be returned by Rashid Shaheed, and it is. And he gets tripped up right away. So really good special teams coverage right there. Really good special teams coverage right there by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So out comes Spencer Rattler. And the New Orleans Saints have less than 2 minutes to try to get into the end zone or try to get a field goal out this deal. Right now, the defense is playing extremely well, and this game is going pretty fast, man. This game going pretty fast, man. Game started maybe about 4:15. All right, so 1st and 10 for the New Orleans Saints. Minute and 48 seconds left. And Rashid Shaheed goes to the top of the screen. Here's the snap, looking, and here's a quick slant right there to Shaheed. That's enough for the first down, but they're saying it's a fumble. And the ball is loose. And here we go. Antoine Winfield Jr. in for the touchdown. Let's see what happened here, man. Oh, my goodness. And, yep, that is indeed a fumble. That ball is out, and nobody touched him. That is a touchdown. Man. Oh, man. What? 2 defensive touchdowns. 2 defensive touchdowns. Two defensive touchdowns, folks. I don't know how that's not a touch. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know how. So they whistled it incomplete. Well, I have to say, folks, I'm gonna be 100% real. I'm the biggest Saints fan as they come, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got screwed out of that. They got screwed out of that, folks. I'm sorry. Look, they got screwed out of that one. I'm sorry. Like you can be the biggest. I was sorry. I'm sorry, Corey. I was actually looking at what the play was right there. I don't care. Like you can be the biggest Saints fan on this side of Mississippi. That was a fumble. They screwed them boys. They screwed them. They screwed them, man. TJ looked like he had that lean for for a minute. Now I'm trying to look at what's going on. Okay, so it is Tampa ball. I don't know. They got screwed. That should have been a touchdown. But anyway, 1st and 10, minute and 44 seconds left. Here's a handoff. This is to Rachaad White. He leans forward. And now they're looking at trying to get a 2-for-1 because, of course, Saints got the ball first to start the game. So if Tampa Bay is able to get the ball into the end zone and kick a field goal, they're able to get the points. Yeah, man, they screwed them boys out of that. I ain't hear no whistle. Never forget Nola no call. Yeah, I remember Nola no call, but they got away with that one. They got away with that one. 2nd and 4. Baker Mayfield in the gun. Here's a snap. Baker looking. And it looks like he goes down, and that's going to be Nate Shepard with the sack. But I tell you what, man, this defense is playing inspired. Like, they playing like they ticked off. They playing like they ticked off. They playing like they ticked off at Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, yeah, you think they fired up because of them comments that he made? They playing like it. Man, if this defense, I said, man, these dudes breathing heavy. They tired, been on the field most of the game. Offense with the 3 and out. Man. All right, so 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12 for the New Orleans Saints. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Defense trying to get another stop. Trying to bail out this offense yet again. 57 seconds left. Let's see. Baker Mayfield in the gun. And this is like one of them plays where Baker Mayfield just throws it to the best player on the team, no matter if he's open or not. And looking. And it fumbled. Pick the ball up. Go around. Hold on. There you go. Chase Young picks it up. So the defense stepping up in a major way. Baker Mayfield under pressure, under duress. Taking a look at it. And Chase Young strips it out. So forces the fumble and gets the fumble recovery. So Chase Young came to play today. Chase Young with the forced fumble and fumble recovery. So New Orleans Saints total 3 turnovers in a game. Can the New Orleans Saints offense do anything with it? That is the question. Can he at least get a field goal out the deal? Pass, caught, Juwan Johnson, 42 seconds left. The New Orleans Saints. They used their second timeout. Juwan Johnson with the catch. Can the New Orleans Saints get some points on the board? That is the question. Saints defense playing inspired in the first half. Came to play. Offense, non-existent. Nickel and dominant down the field. Had a very promising opening drive. Only ending a Spencer Rattler fumble. All right, so here we go. Spencer Rattler tripped up, sacked. And Spencer Rattler trying to hurry up, but instead they're going to go ahead and call a timeout. Man. My goodness. Bruh. 31 seconds, 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 for the New Orleans Saints. And Todd Bowles dialing up the defense, making it extremely difficult for Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler don't know what's coming at him right now. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 10 for the New Orleans Saints. 32 seconds left on the clock. Alvin Kamara in the backfield with him. And here's a snap. Looking. Steps up, checks it down. Alvin Kamara gets up the field. And that's a fumble. And they hurry up and spike the ball with about 11 seconds left. Question is, did Alvin Kamara fumble the football? No, his knee was down. I think his knee was down. And Alvin Kamara limping off the field, man. So they already got only two running backs that they carried for this game. So Alvin Kamara goes down, man. Let's see what we got here. So Alvin takes it, knee down, and don't know if Alvin was down or not. Let's take a look. And can't really, well, the ball looked like it's out. Man, these boys are getting away with some murder in this game in the first half. Y'all know me, man. I gotta keep it a buck. I gotta keep it a buck, ladies and gentlemen. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the short end of the stick in the first half. Luckily, here we go. Spencer Rattler looking, throws the ball up the field, up there, and that is deflected, and no flag on the play. So out comes Blake Grupe to try to put the Saints on the board. And knowing Blake Grupe. And my thing about it is, once again, are you surprised? Are you surprised, ladies and gentlemen? Like throwing a 50-50 ball up in the air to bruh. I can't even blame Rashid Shaheed for that, because that's just not his wheelhouse. Snap, placement, kick on the way, and it is good. All right, so at least the New Orleans Saints got some points on the board going into the half. 7-3 at the half. 7-3 at the half, ladies and gentlemen. I've been doing good with my vices, TJ, but I'm gonna need a pineapple big shot after this one, brother. Man, need some Jack. I'm trying to reserve my judgment for Kellen Moore, but this first-time head coach excuse is going to get old quick. At least Dennis didn't have his guys the first season. Kellen Moore picked his stuff. Yeah, man, look, all I know is the play calling looks stale, team look undisciplined. Just mistake after mistake, man. And then on top of that, like, y'all like this may be a shock, but what's keeping the Saints in the game are the referees. The referees are keeping the Saints in this game. The referees are keeping the New Orleans Saints in the game, believe it or not. Because the Antoine Winfield, scoop, that should have been a scoop and score. Then Alvin Kamara, it looked like he fumbled the football. Looked like the ball was out before his knee went down. So believe it or not, the referees are the reason the Saints are in this football game right now. They're going to have to figure this thing out in the second half. This defense is playing in spot. This is probably the best defensive performance, especially it's still a long game. It's still got 2 quarters to play, but all right, go ahead and get them down on the ground, go to halftime. All right, but anyway, the defense, they playing well. You got 2 quarters left. You got 2 quarters left, 1 half of football left. But right now, this defense playing inspired. This offense can't do anything. Please do not mention the name of who brought Derek Carr to New Orleans. Making that money mafia style. Yeah, man, that look like some Vegas flags. The NFL owes us so many calls over the 10 years, it's not even funny. They usually come out second half booming, but I don't know. How is Moore the problem? I don't think Kellen Moore is the problem, but when your team is undisciplined, when they making mistakes, when like the ball on the ground, like fumbling a football, no playmakers, no accountability. Like when guys make mistakes, yeah, you can blame the referee. You can blame the head coach. You can't run plays with players that can't execute. The Saints offense really stinks for real. What do you expect when a coach won't play the tallest receiver in the room? Kellen Moore, I don't see no play calls. Anyone knows the total offensive yards? I can look it up real quick. The New Orleans Saints, let's see. The New Orleans Saints, total yards as of right now, believe it or not, 128 to Tampa's 81. So looking at it right now, look at the first half, okay? The New Orleans Saints, they got 7 first downs. They're 4-6 on third down. They ran 28 total plays, the same as Tampa, 128 yards. Total drives, they got 6 to Tampa's 5. Yards per play, 4.6. Tampa, 2.9. Passing yards, 107. Completion, 14 of 18. Interceptions thrown, 1. 3 sacks each. Both teams have 3 sacks on respective quarterbacks. Rushing yards, Tampa has 59. The Saints have 21. Tampa has 16 rushing attempts. Saints have 7. Red zone, 0-1. Saints 0-0. They haven't been in a red zone yet. Got 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles lost, 1 interception. Time of possession, Tampa 16-41. The New Orleans Saints 13-19. So those are your stats right now. Spencer Rattler, 14-18, 126 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick. And, if you were just looking like, man, I wonder what's going on with the Saints and Tampa Bay game, you'll be like, man, Spencer Rattler playing pretty decent. But he is responsible, for 2 turnovers, a interception, a pick 6, a forced fumble. Alvin Kamara, 3 carries for 12 yards. Spencer Rattler, 2 carries for 9 yards. Man, offense like watching paint dry right now. Like watching paint dry right now. All right, so taking a look, Dallas Cowboys, Denver Broncos, Troy Franklin, 25-yard touchdown. Right now, the Broncos up 14-3 over the Dallas Cowboys. And we have the Tennessee Titans versus the Indianapolis Colts. Daniel Jones having a magical season. Definitely comeback player of the year. What a catch by Michael Pittman. One-hand snag and a pass interference. Just goes out there, snags the ball 17-7. And I don't think that's going to change. Yeah, I understand we need work on the offensive side, but let's be real, Brandon Staley ain't it. They playing good today, but yeah, I'm still not a believer in Brandon Staley. All this speed only to throw behind the line of scrimmage and 5-yard curl routes. Not surprised Saints had a long season ahead. It's been a long season. Fixing to be 21. You would think we would be up by 20. What happens when you're nice? And shaking hands, kissing babies. That's what it is all about here. All I know is, man, this offense is terrible. And this defense is playing inspired right now. Seems like they're really getting after Baker Mayfield, really giving this offense an opportunity to make plays, giving this the opportunity to be able to drive the ball down the field. And they just can't do anything. They can't do anything. 6 turnovers in the last 2 games. I want to believe in Rattler, but he just proven himself not to be the guy. I can't defend Spencer Rattler. Not in this game and not over the last couple of weeks. Like, I just can't. Like I said, I think he's a solid quarterback. I think that he's not the reason why you're gonna win football games. He'll probably keep you afloat, if you have like a really badass running game, badass like wide receivers on the outside, he can get those guys the ball. But this ain't how the Saints are structured. They're not structured like this. Rattler got to fix this. Now I'm telling you, man, like the Saints would they're going to need too many pieces around him in order for him to be able to thrive. I'm just saying, man, like this is the kind of stuff that's going to get you benched. And it's the stuff that people feel like is like, okay, man, this is the reason why you're not the guy. And it's why you'll never be the guy. This game feels like 20-3, TJ. It does. It feels like even though it is 7-3, it still don't feel like the Saints have a chance. I'm not trying to ish on Kellen, but I'm also not going to act like he was on everybody's wish list. We just know he was a coordinator for the Eagles who won the Super Bowl. He has to earn his coaching stripes. Yeah, that's true. I think, a lot of people giving him a pass because they know that this team is terrible. But what I can't give a pass is to bad offense, bad execution, undisciplined play. Like you can't get no pass for that. Those are the type of things that you can control. This just in. At least the Saints not letting the Buccaneers get away with a big lead. Yeah. They're going to have another quarterback battle next year to see if Shuck ready. Well, look, they don't need no quarterback battle. That's the reason why you got to put Tyler Shuck in. That's the reason why you got to let him play. Like after this week, if this offense looking like if it looks like this for the remainder of the game, you got to let him play against the Rams. You got to let him play against the Rams. Plain and simple. You just got to prepare him, get him ready, and let him go out there and play the Rams. You don't have to earn nothing in New Orleans. You just don't have to be good at all. Yeah, it don't seem like they really care or put emphasis on demand and excellence at all. It just seems that I feel like that's one of the main reasons why guys probably like playing here. Like they can go out here and make mistakes. They know they're gonna be back out there next week, get a check. No real expectations at all. Like, let me just sit up in here. I can be a Saint for life. Like TJ, any other team would have been taking him out. This team is weak. Just keep letting the boys go out there and wet the bed. Yep. And blaming it on it's a rebuild. Look, I understand it's a rebuild, but man, whatever happened to accountability? And somebody's still gonna be sitting up here. Well, hey, groupie, he made his field goal today. Like, man, you don't get no stripes for that. You're supposed to make a damn field goal. You're supposed to make a field goal. Like, you don't get no stripes for that. Oh, he made a field goal. So what? That's his job. He only got one job, to kick the ball between uprights. And we sitting up here like won't give a dude a golf clap for doing something that he's getting paid to do. And don't have no accountability. Oh, he's going to get through it. Like, man, what is this? Like, it is the New Orleans Saints support group. That's what it is. We going to get through it. Spencer Rattler has some talent, but his decision making these last two games haven't been good. Some of Kellen Moore's play calling has been kind of suspect, but in fairness to him, we are just not very talented. You're not. But also at the same time, I just think that the Saints could assemble this team a little bit better to make them a little bit more formidable, and they did not. Like, you need a big target at wide receiver as a possession guy. Like, there was a pass down the right sidelines that Spencer Rattler threw before they end up kicking his field goal. I mean, I can't even blame Rashid Shaheed because that's just not his wheelhouse. They think about this. As great as Rashid Shaheed has been for the Saints, being a downfield threat, when have you seen Rashid Shaheed catch a 50-50 ball? How long Rashid Shaheed been on the team? 4 seasons? He been on this team 4 seasons. When have you seen Rashid Shaheed catch a 50-50 ball? I have yet to see Rashid Shaheed catch a 50-50 ball in a Saints uniform. Get behind the defense and hit his head on a goalpost? Yes. 50-50? No. This top 5 pick is a make or break for Mickey. Man, Mickey ain't going nowhere. It should be like you're absolutely right, Smoke, but it won't be. It won't be. If he whips on it, oh shucks, back at it again. Because that's what the Saints are. Nobody holds anybody accountable. Only people that's something wrong with is us, having some conversations and having something to say about the team. It's us, man. It's never them. It's not them. It's us. We're the problem. How dare us demand excellence? How dare us demand better product? That's what this is about. That's why I missed Darren Rizzi. He might have lost a few games as the field-in coach, but he made you feel motivated every time he talked and held players accountable. Too many guys, once again, in my opinion. They weren't going to keep Darren Rizzi around. Hey, TJ, the Saints should have kept Winston for real. At least he looked decent on the deep ball. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he probably would have made some plays too. They didn't blow no whistle. Brent, look, Brent, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you on that. I'm a Saints fan, but I keep it 100. The referees kept the Saints in the game in the first half. As much as we criticize the referee, justifiably so, they kept the Saints in the game in the first half. TJ, something got to change, though. He has to put his pride to the side and give that title up. He's still going to be a part of the team regardless. Yeah, he's going to be a part of the team regardless. That ain't going to change. But he ain't going to give it up. And the sad thing is, ain't nothing nobody really can do about it. Mickey should get fired, but the cycle will repeat with drafting a O-line in the first round again. We should have kept Teddy Bridgewater. Mike T was supposed to be the number one receiver, but Derek and Dennis ran him off and blackballed my boy. As a Saints fan, they did not blow no whistle. So all LSU position coaches have been sent home, and Kelly's future is thin. Man, look, Brian Kelly is a joke. And I'm just keep telling people this. Like, everywhere Brian Kelly has been, teams have been soft. They've won football games. But they're like when they go up against like big time schools that have like a level of physicality, they always shrink. And that's why when LSU hired Brian Kelly, I was like, why? And now you combine the whole NIL thing. Like, he really can't measure up. Like, at one time, he was just a really good recruiter. He can bring guys in. They can win double-digit games when you had the classic recruiting process. Then you can, go out there and recruit and bring 4- and 5-star athletes to Notre Dame, and you probably win 10, 11 games. But, man, this dude can't. That like the way he recruit, the way he coaches, that's not LSU. LSU is smash mouth, hard-nosed football, right? That's what it's like in the South. That's what it's like in a true SEC. And that guy, and he don't measure up to me. He does not measure up. That's my opinion about Brian Kelly. And LSU, like right now, to me, they just holding on to the dude. Got to be because he's making a lot of money. Because the damn show is not a belief that he can be able to win anything. All right, you ain't winning jack. All right, so here we go. The return by Sean Tucker, and he gets to about the 27-yard line. So out comes Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Give Green the job. Man, they need to. Man, I don't know who. Man, LSU need prayer and a tough head coach, a guy with some swag or something. Like, that's what they need. Get somebody out there that's gonna be able to recruit, got a little swag to them, and gonna get these boys hunting, being some dogs again. Right now, they're looking like some puppies on that field. 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield under center, sends Emeka Buka in motion and play action there. Gets around the corner, throws it, and that's a catch right there. That pass is caught. And that's to Ted Johnson. So Ted Johnson gets his first catch of the day. Or I believe that's his second catch of the day, if I'm not mistaken. So able to get up, and Ernest Singer a little bit too deep out. and able to make the tackle before Ted Johnson is able to turn the corner. So Baker Mayfield's probably going to roll out of the pocket. They probably going to get him on the move. Seemed like, him standing in the pocket has not been the case. 1st and 10 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield in the gun. Here's the handoff. Rashad White tries to get around the corner, gets tackled before he gets about 1 or 2 yards on the play. So it's going to bring up 2nd down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay has been trying to put a strong emphasis on a running game, probably because of how the Saints run defense looked last week versus the Bears. And the Saints run defense is trying to answer the call today. And they've been doing a pretty formidable job. A couple big runs by Tampa, but pretty much been keeping them in check. Let's hope that they can do that for the remainder of the game. 2nd and 8. Baker Mayfield in the gun, Rashad White in the backfield. All right, they send Ted Johnson in motion and quick pass right there, and they get around the corner, and Rashad White gets up the field, and he gets tackled, but he gets past the 40-yard line, and now he is in Saints territory. So right now they're trying to put their foot on the gas. So a little bit of a screen pass right there. Rashad White is able to get up the field. Really good blocks up the field and able to get them down on the ground. So 1st and 10 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Trying to come out of the locker room, trying to put points on the board. All right, so here we go. Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay Buccaneers driving right now. Really good drive so far. Send the tight end in motion. Play action. Tries to get around the corner. Moves outside of the pocket. Scrambles. Throws across his body, and he takes a huge hit. Not before he gets himself a 1st down, but man, he took a shot. So that's the cardinal sin, throwing it back across your body, but he's able to get it, and Alontae Taylor gives him a really big shot, but he gets the 1st down. So really good catch right there by Ted Johnson, and has had 2 really good catches on his drive. They're resorting in 1st down, so 1st and 10. Tampa Bay Buccaneers driving right now. Baker Mayfield under center. Here's the handoff. This is to Sean Tucker, and he gets about 3 or 4 yards on the play. So you got Sean Tucker, who seemed like he's been getting more success running the football than Rashad White has. All right, so 2nd and 7 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Take a look at the Saints secondary. Been playing pretty well so far today. Mecca Ibuka hasn't been much of a factor. But like I said, it's still early in the game. Still very early in the game. Plenty of time. Ted Johnson in motion. Here we go. And they pick up the blitz, and that is caught by Cade Otton, and he dives over the top, and he gets into the end zone, and that is going to be a touchdown by Cade Otton. So just like that, Tampa comes out of the locker room and puts 6 points on the board, makes it look easy. So let's see if he actually got into the end zone. You're in his sinker, and he dives, and yeah, you have to see where he is right there. And from the looks of it, looks like he got into the end zone. So I think that's probably going to stand. I think that's going to stand. Let's see. Well, his elbow is right there. So hey, he might be short. He might be short, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't see that angle. He might be short. So he might be like in short. All right, so that's going to bring up 1st and goal. All right, so here we go. 1st and goal for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ball on like the 1 yard line. So Baker Mayfield and crew trying to get into this end zone. Trying to get a 2-score lead on the New Orleans Saints. All right, so Ted Johnson. All right, so here we go. Looking, and throws it up in the air, and it's almost intercepted by Kool-Aid McKinstry. And Kool-Aid McKinstry almost had an opportunity to come away with an interception right there. Really good leverage right there. Had it. And he's upset, man, because he knows, man, that could have been an interception. Had it. And that would have been huge. That would have been huge if he would have been able to come away with that interception. All right, so here we go. 2nd and goal for the Tampa. Here's the handoff. And he gets stonewalled again. So this is going to bring up 3rd and goal. I mean, Demario Davis is the first to get in there. Just shoots the gap. And help is on the way to be able to push him back, man. So the ageless one, the 36-year-old Demario Davis, still doing it. And the New Orleans Saints are trying to do what they did before. Tampa Bay, 3rd and goal. Can the New Orleans Saints get a stop again? Throws it, looking. And that pass is broken up. By Kool-Aid McKinstry on Emeka Egbuka. Kool-Aid McKinstry with 2 goal line defensive plays. Great coverage right there. And now it's 4th and goal yet again. Tampa trying to go for it again. Handoff. This time gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And he gets over it for the touchdown on a 4th and goal. So a very valiant effort by the Saints defense on a goal line stance. Almost able to stop him again, but Sean Tucker just able to inch forward for the touchdown. Man, nothing to hang your head in shame about on that drive right there, man. Really good goal line defense. The New Orleans Saints, asking for your defense to have 2 goal line stands right there at that moment. That's a tough ask. But anyway, McLaughlin kick on the way, and it is good. So Tampa Bay Buccaneers 14, New Orleans Saints 3. Man. If only our offense could get in the red zone. Linda the D usually does. Yeah, that was a good effort by the New Orleans Saints defense. 2 really good defensive plays. I mean, Sean Tucker, he had to do everything he can to try to get into that end zone. LOL, damn. Just think we would have probably kicked the field goal. Yep. Man, they let them get to the goal line. Said that ish ain't inspired. Man, look, they almost got him out of the end zone, took everything that they can. They already did, Paul Fields. Will there be a Tyler Shuck sighting? Probably not. These are the Saints we talking about here. What do you think? What you think this is? The Eagles or something? Think it's like, man, please. Spencer Rattler can go out here and throw 5 picks. All right. We'll be right back in just a second. All right, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. The New Orleans Saints have the ball, and it starts with a flag. What else is new? And the offense will take over. Let's see what they can actually do. See if we can see if the New Orleans Saints offense can actually move the football. Seems like the offense has been absent from every NFC South team on today. I mean, Falcons look horrible. Carolina Panthers, horrible. Everybody just looked like they just didn't come to play offensively. All right, so here we go. Spencer Rattler. And had a little RPO action going there. Tries to get around the corner. What else is new? There's a flag on the play. And I apologize, folks. I have to do something that's radio station related. So I'm not on camera right now. Those that don't know, general manager of WLGI down in Hemingway, South Carolina. So just had to do something real quick. All right, so there's a flag on the play. Holding on offense yet again. And my camera followed me out of the room yet again. There we go. All right, here I am. All right, so got a hold on there. Trevor Penny with his second holding penalty of the game. So 1st and 16 for the New Orleans Saints. Spencer Rattler in the gun. Foster Moreau goes into motion. And the little play action right there. Throws the ball down the field, and that pass is incomplete. So 2nd and 16. I said, man, this offense is just absolutely stagnant. No rhyme, no reason. Let's just go out here, throw something up. Let's see if we can actually catch something. 2nd and 16. And man, they got to find a way to get a spark. Like, I know Tampa Bay got a decent defense and all that kind of stuff there, man. But like, man, somebody has got to make a play. Somebody has got to make a play. 2nd and 16, and you got a flag on the play. So another 5 yards because it's the delay of game. Man, you can't make this stuff up, man. Like you, literally, you can't make this stuff up. Where's the clock management? Where's the person on the sidelines to let people know, man, call a timeout, clock running low, none of that. All right, so 2nd and 20 for the New Orleans Saints. Here's the snap. Looking. Throws it. Caught. And that's to Chris Olave. Probably got about 5 yards on the play. I mean, you don't hear nothing in the Superdome. I mean, I know it's offense, but man, it's like maybe people just in shock. 3rd and 10. So he actually got more than what I thought he did. 3rd and 10 for the New Orleans Saints. Down 14-3. And here's the snap. Looking. Rattler steps up in the pocket, tries to make somebody miss, and gets ripped down. There's a flag on the play, probably on the Saints. My goodness. What was that? 3 flags on the play? Holding. So Trevor Penny, yet again. Man, you can't make this stuff up, bro. Like you cannot make this stuff up, bro. Man. Look, I understand that this is a rebuild, but I don't want to see anything like this. I don't want to see nothing like this ever again. Let's see, man. I need a spark here. Spencer Rattler looking. Throws the ball down the field. And that pass is incomplete on a 3rd and 17, and New Orleans Saints have the elect to punt. Man, you got it. Hey, look. We can't even buy a passing attack, TJ. Man, it's pathetic. This is just downright pathetic right here. And here's the punt. Man, good tackle right there by Isaiah Stallberg. So boring and bland. Is this even a rebuild? I don't know what this is. This like the New Orleans Saints, to me, like the way they look in 2025, it's like they just own. You ever like, man, I gotta clean my house up and let me just put something on I ain't gonna really be paying that much attention to, so I can just clean my house up. That's what the Saints are right now. The Saints are like clean my house up type television. That's what they is. Like no spark, no nothing, man. Every now and then you'll see a play being made, but few and far in between. Do we have any wide receivers on this team? 11-point deficit might as well be a 40-point deficit. What are we watching? OC must go and Staley is on the bubble. About to go take a nap. I'm done with this. I'm done with this team. Damn, TJ. I can't believe it. Mickey Loomis turned this team into just the worst team ever. Man, this bad football right here. This bad football. TJ, when to buy, so we don't have to witness this garbage. This thing, in a couple of weeks? I think they play the Rams, then the Panthers, and then they got to buy. So about 2 more weeks. We got mad with ESPN, but they were right. Worst team. Yeah. I see why Sean Payton left. Well, if Sean Payton wouldn't have left, I guarantee you the Saints wouldn't be looking like this. Is Kellen Moore the right coach? Just asking. I don't know, man. Looking at like, I don't know, man. Looking at this football team, I'm wondering, like, because man, it's a lot of undisciplined stuff, and it's a lot of like coach. It's a lot of like stuff like you see like that coaches can actually coach out of players. But when you like look at there's no accountability and guys like constantly making the same mistakes and very little execution. And when guys do make mistakes, like I said, nothing happens. Like you have to wonder. Man. But I'll give him another season. They benching him. All right, so they got to put Tyler Shuck in the game, folks. All right, so we about to see Tyler Shuck, and I knew that would come. Like, you got to be able to see something, man. I mean, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but like, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but yeah, you have to do something. So here we go, folks. Y'all, some of y'all about to get what y'all asking for. Let's see what's going to happen. I mean, I don't think it's going to change the outcome of this game, but if it does, shoot. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. Look, I like Spencer Rattler as well as the next man, but my dude. Look, I'm not about to sit up here and look 6 turnovers in the last 2 weeks, folks. 6 turnovers in the last 2 weeks, man. You can you need something, man. You need something. And I was telling people, I'm like, the reason why he wasn't benched is because you didn't have enough to justify him being benched. But over the last 2 weeks, you got 6 turnovers. Like that's it. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 4. All right, let's see what this defense can actually do. And they were able to get off the field. That could have been a 5-yard pin automatic first down. So really good. Plenty of time. And I mean plenty of time. And Cade Otton just bounces off of Demario Davis. Man, just got that ball around. And if somebody else was like back there, they probably would have made the tackle. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're about the 39-yard line. Tight end in motion. Here's the handoff. All right, so I think that was off to Williams. All right, so here we go, man. 2nd and 7 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, I think that's it for honestly, I think that's it for Spencer Rattler for the rest of the season. 2nd and 7. Unless something happens to Shuck. All right, he gets around there. Williams gets tackled. There's a flag on the play. And I'm pretty sure that's probably going to, and let's see, is it on the Saints? And look at the Mario Davis. He's like, oh, man, is it on us? Holding. Okay, so it's holding on offense. And he's like, when he's seen that flag, oh, man, is it on us? Not that time. All right, so got that 10-yard penalty. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 17. Say 12 o'clock for Spencer Rattler. Yeah, man, look, once again, I think here on the State of Saints podcast, we've been patient. We've even defended Spencer Rattler, but I can't defend 6 turnovers in the last 2 weeks. You can't defend that, man. All right, so 2nd and 17. Chase Young tries to get around and almost does. Hey, I have to say, man, Chase Young has been getting the best of Tristan Wirfs in this game. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to that. All right, so we're looking at Bo Nix. Whoo! Throws a dime, breezy. Man, the Broncos looking like they about to win the AFC West. Sean Payton got them boy rolling now. 3rd and 17. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 17 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Holding on to a 14-3 lead. Here we go. Getting pressure, throws, stiff arms for Emeka Buka, and he gets tripped up by Quincy Riley. So that's 4th down. So pretty sure they're going to bring the field goal unit on and McLaughlin to try to kick a field goal here to put these boys up by two touchdowns. All right, so 4th and 9. All right, he is capable. It's 55 yards indoors. Let's see. Snap, placement, kick on the way. Hey, and it is good. All right, so 17-3. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all been waiting, anticipating. Now we're about to see Tyler Shuck, see what he can do. I can't wait till Shuck come in and be the worse than Rattler so y'all can see we need a real franchise quarterback. Look, man, I'm not hoping that at all. I hope he comes in and he plays well. Like that, I don't look. I understand how people sometimes make you feel, but that ain't the energy we need, man. Want this man to go Want this man to go here and play well. Yeah, that ain't the type of energy we need, man. I'm not trying to shut anybody up. Like, I mean, I didn't want to see Spencer Rattler get benched, but in this process, having Tyler Shuck out there, man, I want to see this man do well because he played for the Saints. Cool Sports that said the Bucs got a real kicker. I wish we had a kicker like that. Well, I mean, look, the only reason you got points today is because of the kicker you got. So, but yeah, I agree. I don't even think he should be kicking right now. That's just my honest opinion. Haters gonna hate, bro. Like, man, I ain't wishing bad on no Tyler Shuck. Tyler is not coming in to win the game. It's for the next game. Not rooting for him to fail. I just think that if you're rooting for, look, do what you will. Do what thou will. But if you're rooting for this dude to go out here and throw an interception like from the riff, like I just think, man, honestly, I just think that I just don't think that's the right energy to have. Mickey wants players that won't slap him for disrespecting him. Shuck is coming in. Yep, you're about to see Tyler Shuck. Man, like you see, you can see Spencer Rattler very upset, very disappointed at the fact that he got benched. But hey, that's what's gonna happen. All right, so let's see, man. Tyler Shuck dapping up the offensive line. And Spencer Rattler very upset, disappointed, but it's just it's very disappointing. Didn't want that to happen, but got to see what you got. This is not only a game call, it's a future call. And I'm off screen because I'm eating. Let's see. Here's the return. Devin Neal tries to get around the side and gets past the 30-yard line. It's just stuff like that. Like, why is Devin Neal returning kicks? All right, and people are cheering. It's like, yeah. All right, all right, let's see what they have. All right. Homeboy, he excited about it. Taysom Hill in motion. Here we go. Looking. Pass. Caught. And that's the Taysom Hill. So first pass completed, 2nd and 4 for the New Orleans Saints. Hands it off to Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara tries to fight, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Shucks. Hey, man, this is your first game. You going up against a Ty Bowles defense. I'll be sweating too. Man. All right, so here we go. At old brand. Calling the Packers steal a game tonight. I'm going to try, man. I'm going to try to call it. It's a little rough, man. With 608 right now? Man, 608. I got to do bleacher. I don't know if I'm gonna do a post game or not. I might try to do a little quick post game for the State of the Saints. So, like I said, this game probably gonna wrap up like around 7. I don't know, man. Say this is a comedy show, folks. Oh man, these comments, man. Like I said, I apologize, folks. I ain't on camera right now, but I'm up here eating right now. So I don't want to eat on camera. But I am watching the comments. And thank y'all for being here. I ask that you hit the like button. Dick Glaze and Tyler Shook. Well, look, man. I mean, the guy's a rookie. He's drafting in the second round. He represents hope. He represents hope, folks. Like, man, look, I want this dude to succeed. If Tyler Shook can succeed, man, then you already solved your quarterback issue. And then you can go into the draft and maybe get somebody, and get some other players that you can build something with them. I don't want to see this dude fail. And neither should you. Like, nobody in here should want to see Tyler Shook fail just because I told you so. Like, what is your I told you so of your team looking like slow? Seriously. I don't want it. Like, when I talk about a player not living up to the hype expectation, man, I hope they prove me wrong. I hope people come back. I hope that people come back like, man, TJ, I told you about that. Like, man, bro, I'm glad to eat crow. I'm glad to eat crow about anything about the New Orleans Saints. Like, I ain't just so hell bent and tied to a opinion that if I'm proven wrong, like I can't sit up here and say, man, you know what, you're right. I don't care. I'm not losing sleep over that. I want to be wrong about a lot of the things that I say. If I say a guy not playing up to his expectation and he just turns it around, like I want to sit up here and say, man, you know what, you're right. I have no problem with that. All right, so Tyler Shook back out there. They gave it a timeout, and I think they a timeout because they probably like, man, look, calm down, settle down. Okay, they got Taysom Hill in the game. All right, so here we go. Taysom Hill with the QB power, tries to power forward, and he gets the first down. So that QB power. I got to say this, though, man. Taysom Hill is not 100%. He is not 100%. Like, and you can tell, like, you can tell, like, the way that he's running. He's well enough to be able to play, but he's probably like at like 85%. All right, so here we go. Tyler Shook in the gun. Moves. Alvin Kamara in motion. Throws. That pass. Caught. Fumble. And Shaheed with is it incomplete? That's all I want to know. Is it incomplete? Bruh. Bruh. Learn your lesson, dog. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, come on, man. Oh, bro, I'm sorry, man. I like Rashid Shaheed, bro, but come on, man. Where's somebody else at? Where's somebody else at? Shoot, where's another? Come on, man. This guy from like there is no way. There is no freaking way, man. There is no freaking way that a guy can fumble a ball 2 times in a game and he's still out there. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable, man. That's when you know you ain't got nobody else. Who you gonna go to though? Third and 3, man. All right, so here we go. Looking. Pass. Caught. Man, this team sucks. Bruh, this team sucks. Like, this team sucks. Like, absolutely sucks. Like, sucks. That wasn't it wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault. Trade both of these bum wide receivers. Man, these dudes, man, this team sucks. Team suck. This team sucks. They are like those folk out there in Metairie, man, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Y'all ought to be ashamed of the piss poor product that y'all done put out here on this field and got us watching. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. I don't care how much of a rebuild that you're going through. I don't care what you have happening. I don't care what you got popping off. This is pathetic, man. Pathetic. Soft. Bro, can anybody make a play? I'm just wondering, can anybody make a play? Can anybody make a play? Can anybody make somebody miss? Can anybody break off a tackle? Anybody? Can anybody get any type of separation other than trying to get behind the defense? Team suck. Sitting up here watching this nonsense, man. This is this pathetic football right here. This is absolutely pathetic, man. But see, here's the thing, man. Y'all get to, like, when this game over, y'all get to go on with your lives, right? I got to break this thing down and talk about nothing, really. Like, what am I going to be talking about today? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Wait a minute, let me see what we're talking about here. Let me see what we're talking about. What are we talking about? Alvin Kamara, 4 carries for 14 yards. Tyler Shuck, 2 of 4, 13 yards and a pick. Chris Olave, 4 catches, 43 yards off 7 targets. Man, nah, it ain't on you, bro. I appreciate taking accountability, man, but your wide receiver soft as a baby's ass. 1st and 10 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield under center. K-Dot moved in motion. Play, hands the ball off. Tackle. Nobody can make a play. Like, nobody. And ain't nobody out here making a play. Nobody can make a play. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 8. Looking, throws, pass, incomplete. Just sad stuff. Sad stuff. Sad stuff. 3rd and 8. Mecca Buka in motion. Throws the ball, tries to get around Baker Mayfield, flushes out the pocket, wide open, and I mean wide the freak open, Ted Johnson. So that's a 1st down. Bro, just blow it, man. This bro. The trade deadline is November the 4th. That just go ahead and go ahead and have this fire sale. Try to get yourself some players that can actually do something. Mess around with Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave. Like talented guys as downfield threats. but not going to do nothing else other than this. TJ, the Raiders are worse. They had 3 first downs against the Chiefs last week and 97 yards of total offense. Man, I don't know if it could get worse than what I'm watching right now. I haven't watched the Raiders, but, man, I am glad this game is nearly over if you want to call it a game. No play Olave. How bad the receivers are. Rattlers had if rough too. No contested catches. Teron Armstead made Pro Bowlers out of the rest of the Saints offensive line room. That unit has been below average since he left. I'm gonna be honest, man. The offensive line, other than these false start penalties, they've been playing pretty well as far as pass protection. They've been playing well, based on pass protection today. I ain't really just seeing like just getting pressure all up in the quarterback's faces, but yeah, I agree, man. They definitely haven't been the same since he left. Think about it in everyday life. How many times we said on the job, I know this and that. They can't get rid of me. It's the same thing. Mickey, he knows things the Saints don't, so he has the upper hand. Yep. He's the only football guy that's up there. He's the only football guy. Like who gonna call the shots? Dennis Lauscher? Man, don't know nothing about no ball. Gail Bisson? Nice lady, but she don't know nothing about no ball either. Y'all want to be better than someone, but I think the Saints are the worst. Yeah, they look terrible, man. This might be the worst Saints team ever in his. No. Mm-mm. Nah, bro. No, I ain't gonna go that far. I done seen some bad Saints football. It's been a minute since we seen them this bad, but trade penny for a box of cookies. Make sure you get a tight end or a true high-value receiver. Man, I look, as long as this season ends with the New Orleans Saints picking in the top 3 or the top 5, and they getting a player that can be a generational talent that can help this team offensively or defensively. I don't care what it is. They need everything right now. Saints quarter play 10 yards off and it pitch and catch for every opposing offense. Yeah, man. What it is, man. Yeah, what it is. Just get up out of here. Get up out of here. 1-7. On the way to Los Angeles to be 1-8. All right, so here we go. Play action. Plenty of time. Throwing the ball down the field. Wide open. Pass. Incomplete. Tried to get it to Ibuka. Really good coverage right there by Alontae Taylor. He had him, man. I mean, Alontae Taylor, like, man, he got him. Alontae Taylor lucky on that one, though. Man, ain't no flag, man. Come on, Bake. You don't get no flag on that. Said dome empty yet. I'm pretty sure it is. People probably been left. They probably ain't leaving now because they still, like, Tyler Shuck probably keeping them in the building. Whiff tackle. All right, so he gets nothing on that. So 3rd and 10. All right, man. Look, just force him to a field goal here. Best case scenario. Just force him to a field goal, man. Can we force him to a field goal? That boy Taylor is not a corner. Yeah, I think he a good nickel corner. He a better nickel corner than he is outside corner. And that's why they put a Mecca on the inside, if you notice. All right, try to look, and that pass, and that could have been a pick right there if you're in a single paying attention. So try to get it to Ted Johnson. That pass is incomplete. So out comes the field goal unit. I must say, man, over the last 2 weeks, Baker Mayfield has not been playing like how he started the season. All right, so a drop pass right there pretty much gets the defense off the hook because he was wide open. All right, so a 52-yard attempt by McLaughlin. Pretty sure he about to make this because he don't really miss too many field goals from 50. And he indoors. So here we go. Snap, placement, kick on the way, and barely gets it in. All right, man. Can the New Orleans Saints put some points on the board? That's all we need to know. Can New Orleans Saints put some points on the board? That's all we need to know. Say your stream is slow, bro. Yeah, we're aware of that. We're aware of that, bro. Rattler is going to a team with above average talent and becoming all pro. That boy Taylor is not a corner. Kellen Moore said it was week to week, but today he had enough and put into. Let's see. I don't trust none of our wide receivers. Yeah, man. Look, 3 and out, boys. Put the backup receivers in, damn it. Who are the backup receivers? Who? Mason Tipton? Like who else? Who else on the sideline? Devon Bailey. That's who they came into the game with. Brandon Cooks. Them boys out there getting cardio. Shuck about to put 2 touchdowns up in a fort. If he put 2 touchdowns up in a fort, that's a wrap for Rattler. Damn, y'all need to shut up with all saying my boy stuff behind. Be cool and enjoy the show. Alfred, I appreciate that. But a lot of people just came in, they like, man, you late. But hey, man, I've been behind on the stream. I just ask people to be kind and rewind, or just don't tell people what's happening. Because, and I'm gonna say this again, like, because some people probably just rolled in here. All right. I just ask that you don't tell what happened. All right. Like if you're listening to me and I'm probably a little bit behind, please don't put into the comments what happened. Because the moderators are instructed to put you in timeout. TJ, the Saints cannot afford to pay anyone long term. We need to fill this team full of rookie contracts. I really don't care anymore. Phone call line. Man, not right now, man. Not right now. We're trying to just kind of get through this game and just keep our sanity. I keep hitting the like button, but it's not registering. I don't know why, man. I appreciate it though. I appreciate that support. I think it's a perfect being a little bit behind. That's about it, TJ. If Tampa would have some of their top players hurt, Saints would have be getting beat to sleep. Yeah, I agree. I mean, but look, to the credit, like Kool-Aid McKinstry has done a really good job on Emeka Buka. I think this probably like one of his best performances. Like I'm talking about like going up against a top-notch wide receiver. Like this is probably his best performance. The Bucs got a kicker. I wish we had a kicker like that. And man, I think everybody does. Let's see. I'm nervous, TJ, watching me play Baker Mayfield for real. All right, so here we go. Devin Neal trying to get around the corner. Tackle. Once again, why is Devin Neal returning your kicks? He's not a kick returner. See. All right, but here we go. Tyler Shuck back out there. Threw an interception. Clearly wasn't his fault. Throws it into the hands of Chris Olave. Chris Olave allows Anton Winfield Jr. just to take the ball out of his hand. Anton Winfield should have had a kick return for a touchdown, an interception. All right, so here we go. Chris Olave in motion. In the gun, looking, throws, caught, and gets out of bounds. So Tyler Shuck probably trying to play a little bit of tempo right here. Throws, stops, caught. Winfield gets him out of bounds. All right, you got Bailey at the bottom of your screen right there. Looking, throws down the field, looking. Pass, incomplete. And Olave slow to get up. Gets it up there. And Chris Olave wasn't able to bring it in. Hope he all right, man. Went face first. Man, and the thing about it is, man, these cornerbacks ain't even that good. They're not even that good, man. All right, so here we go. Alvin Kamara running up the field, gets behind the center and guard. And yes, again, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Chris Olave. And look like he hunched over a little bit, man. Hopefully he's okay. Like holding is growing, so I don't. All right, so here we go. Tyler Shuck looking, quick pass, tip. Tried to get that quick slant game going. So batted away. Man. And that was behind him. So that wouldn't even he didn't even have a chance. That pad was behind him. All right, so 2nd and 10. And my thing is, like I said, once again, like who are you looking at? Who are you looking towards? Steps up, moves out of the pocket, fights, and he slides. Like who are you? My thing is like who are you throwing to? Third and 9. Throws, caught, just hold on to the football. And what Kellen Moore gonna do? Pretty sure he probably gonna punt. What a punt unit at? Soft as bruh. Please tell me you're going. Thank you. I'm about to say if I see the punt unit out here, y'all about to lose anyway, bruh. Shoot. Who cares? Shoot. Looking, pass, and oh man. And then you're gonna throw it to Jawan Johnson, old no clutch catching ass. Man, what are we doing, bro? No one on our offense is consistent. Haven't seen anything remarkable from Shuck, but the play calling is trash. Jawan can't catch. Bro, put Taysom Hill at tight end. He can go make TikToks with his damn wife. This is just laughable. At home, like, look, to Tyler Shuck's credit, man came in, right? I mean, I don't know, man. This man on the bench came in. I don't know, man. Who gonna make a play? That's all I want to know. Who gonna make a play? It doesn't matter who the quarterback is, you're not gonna make a play. Now, I will say this: you can't turn the ball over 6 times in 2 weeks, but it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, nobody can make a play. Nobody on this team can consistently make plays and be a big time threat at all. Nobody. Nobody. Like, man, any quarter, I don't care who the quarterback is. Like, you pretty much dead in the water, unless you like a seasoned veteran or something like that, like somebody like Aaron Rodgers or something. Now, you ain't about to be no young quarterback. Even like you got to be like elite of a quarterback, a veteran elite quarterback to be able to do anything with this. 80 Saints, where's my bag? I ain't putting no bag on, bro. Shuck throws ain't bad at all. I mean, the throw to Vele was a little bit behind. And that pass that he threw to Olave, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. This team is horrible. Without playmakers, it changed the way the defense has to play against a team. Man, this defense about to check out. Speaking of defense. First and 10, Cade Otton in motion. Here's the handoff to Sean Tucker. Tries to get around the sidelines, beats Alontae Taylor, but he stiff arms him. He's able to knock him out of bounds, gets about 6 or 7 yards on the play. And Alontae Taylor looked like he limping. And he needs somebody to help him, somebody to come in for him. All right, so here we go. Beats him to the sidelines, stiff arms. And look like he I hope he all right, man. He's limping. All right, so 2nd and 3. All right, so here's the handoff and tried to get around the side. And you got John Ridgeway in the game now. That was a really good pursuit by him. Man, the Colts looking like they one of the best teams in the AFC. Danny Dimes out there making plays, man. 31-7. All right, so it looks like the Titans are going to go to 1-7. But we already know they got a quarterback. We already know they got a quarterback. So that's one team. You know the Jets, they got one win. All right, so here we go. Here's the handoff to 3rd and 3, and he gets stopped. Now you're wondering, like, is it going to be a field goal time yet again, or are they going to try to go for it? All right, so they're going to go ahead and they're going to try to go for it on a 4th and 2. No, instead, no. I guess the defense today has played well. Like, if we're going to talk about the defense, it is not the defense fault today that the Saints are losing this football game. They are playing. They only gave up, one touchdown today? It has been the Chase McLaughlin show. And he makes a 54-yard field goal, so 23-3. It is not the defense fault today. This defense has been able to neutralize Emeka Egbuka. They have been able to keep Baker Mayfield in check. The running game hasn't really done anything. So it is not the defense fault. Embarrassing. Don't even look like pros. All those draft picks for wide receivers, and we can't get 1 yard. We haven't looked this bad in a long time. Yeah, it's been a long, man. My goodness, it's been a long time since I've seen the Saints look like this. Like, he's 7-9, 8-8, yeah. But looking like this is just sad. Like, man, it's sad watching these boys look like this. Our defense is playing really well, but the offense can't capitalize. Yucks 23, Dome team through 3 in the 4th. Can't blame the defense for checking out, bro, if they need to. They still playing. Those poor bastards have been on the field since 3:05. Defense was balling, but now is fatigued because of pass-happy play calls. This is what you get for getting Moochie Dixon a UDFA instead of Emeka Egbuka, which you could have got but drafted Broughton instead. These are the same two coaches who went 15-17 with the Chargers. Are they really the answer? Man, you got to start asking yourself that question, man. Maybe these two coaches don't need to be together. We need an interior offensive line and wide receiver help this offseason. Not since the post-Katrina season. Why the hell are people still going to the games? That's a good question. It's looking like 1-17. I'm happy. Jeremiah Smith, please, Mickey, and a cornerback in the second linebacker. I don't know if Jeremiah. I don't think Jeremiah Smith can come out. Jeremiah Smith is a true sophomore. I don't think he can come out of college, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, I don't think he can. I don't think he can come out. Yeah, I think he got to stay in college because he's a true sophomore. If he was a redshirt sophomore, then he can come out. Let me see. Yep. No, Jeremiah Smith cannot enter the 2026 NFL draft because he will not have complete the mandatory 3 years removed from high school. He would start as a true freshman. So you can't get Jeremiah Smith. Man, got Villa up there playing running back. Man, that wouldn't even be fair. That dude I know he about 360, 370 now. He looked like on the video, it looked like he about 320. First and 10 for the Saints, 9:21 left, but we can move on with our lives. Alvin Kamara gets up the field, gets behind Cesar Ruiz, gets about 3 or 4 yards. Like I said, man, like you see teams that got like really awful offensive lines, and yet you still see a running back break one for like 20 yards. You don't never see that with the Saints. You never see the New Orleans Saints do this. All right, quick pass. That pass is caught to Brandon Cooks. Finally getting a catch on the day, his first catch of the day. That's going to bring up third down. And right now, they're just trying to get Tyler Shuck some reps. That's all it's about. They're just trying to get him some reps. All right, so here we go. Tempo. He hit the snap, looking, throws the ball. That pass is caught by Juwan Johnson for the first down. All right, so Tyler Shuck. All right, Juwan Johnson. Man, question, why does all right, so we got Parrish down. Hopefully he's okay. A little shaking up on the play. Yeah, man, that's sad right there. Nick Mangold, man, may he rest in peace. Jets, great offensive lineman. Came out of Ohio State. Yeah, man, died 41 years old, man, battling kidney disease. Hate to see stuff like that, man. 41 years old. Like the last 2 weeks been really rough, man. Yeah, Doug Martin passed away last week. Then you had Nick Mangold who passed away. News came out today, so and may those brothers rest in peace. Some really good football players. Yeah, man, you have to just think about that, man. Like these guys are football players, but they're human beings and they got people who love them. So once again, rest in peace to Nick Mangold. All right, so Brandon Cooks in motion, looking, throws, pass, caught. Lavi trying to get around the corner, does not. Tripped up by Jamel Dean. All right, so clock continues to tick. Plays in opponent's territory. Saints only had 1. Buccaneers got 19. Oh, boy. 23-3. This is where we at, Who Dat Nation. Hopefully we won't be like this forever. Hopefully it's just 1 year. Okay, Shuck, looking, throws, pass, caught, Johnson. So reaching up gets the grab. Man, get back in the huddle. He's looking at the ball like he got stick him on his hand. Boy, stop. Boy, stop. I just want, like, look. Man, I need the type of confidence Juwan Johnson got. Juwan Johnson dropped about 4-5 passes a game almost, catch one, and just start flexing like he Megatron. I don't. All right, so anyway, here we go. Here's the snap, looking, pressure, throws down the field. He got Shaheed. Oh, just missed him. Just missed him. Had him. Had him. Had him on that double. Yay, just had him. Right through his hand. Hey, but that's what happens, man. Comes in lady like, God, dog, I had him. Yeah, you had him, Rasheed. You had him, man. Might have said an accurate pass. Yeah, it probably was, man. But look, I ain't about to be playing this tit for tat game. And they call a timeout. TJ, you think Rattler done for the year? Yep. I do. Yes, I do. Unless I'm having a Tyler Shuck. He will hit that pass, just need more reps. He looks the part to me, though. I like what I see. Story of the season, almost a touchdown, almost a sack, almost a win. Right, King? I don't even want to see him smiling. Look, man, these boys paid, man. They don't care. Like, I wish I would get paid millions of dollars and I could drop passes and have zero accountability. You know, like, shoot, I'll be smiling too. I ain't gotta go out there, just run, get my cardio in, might catch a pass or two. You know, no accountability. Snap, look, caught. Where's the turn on the inside, bro? Why? Oh my goodness, bro. Turn to the inside. You had a block on the inside, bro. Anyway. I mean, these boys are like virtually identical when it comes to the stat line. And that's a first down. Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks like, I got a catch. All right, here we go. 6 minutes. Let's see if he can get these boys into the end zone. Shuck, snap, looking, good protection, throws, tipped at the line of scrimmage. The thing about Tyler Shuck is, like I say, he's 6'5", so he can see over those offensive linemen, so that's a plus. So, man, them boys fighting for their life up in there. And Villa able to get the big paws up in there. The tribal chief, their tribal chief. Y'all know who our tribal chief is. Tell the S.A. Fuaka. Saint tribal chief. Put the one up for Fuaka. Put the ones in there. All right, so anyway, here we go. 2nd and 10. Tyler Shuck in the gun. Chris Olave in motion. Here we go. Looking some more. Sacked. And there's a flag on the play. Let's see what that's about. Is it on the Saints? Let's see what this is about. Is it on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Illegal shift. Is on the Saints. Why not? Why wouldn't it be on the Saints? Everything else is on the Saints for the most part. It's a 3rd down. So he takes the sack. It's declined. And Nelson probably would never have a game like he's having today in his life. Anthony Nelson probably would never have a game like this in his life. All right, so here we go. Shuck, looking, throws, pass, caught. So what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna kick a field goal? Who cares? Who cares at the end of the day? Y'all might well just stay out there. Y'all, there are no moral victories. Just go out there and just give the man some reps. Shoot. Man, this play calling is atrocious. I mean, absolutely atrocious. Look at it. Steps up in the pocket, breaks through. Why are you? away from a sack. You break away from a sack. This man broke away from a sack. And check that. I'm sorry, man. Back up, man. Back up. Please. Back up. That man broke away from a sack and checked that joint. Man, Bessie probably got 2 yards. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Woo. Woo, boy. Oh, the boy got Teddy Bridgewater in the game. Oh man. Oh my goodness, boy. Oh man. Bruh. Oh my goodness, bruh. This man broke away from a sack, spinned out, and checked it down to the tank. Bro, 4th down, man. Throw the thing down the field. Shoot, try to extend a play or something. Man, bro. Hilarious, dog. Bro, you can't make this stuff up, man. Wait a minute. Teddy 2 gloves. Yeah, you ready with Tampa. Man, that is just downright hilarious, man. That was hilarious. That probably that pretty much sums up the entire day. That sums up the entire day, man. Just read LSU was negotiating Brian Kelly's departure. Please. Man, that was a really good point right there. Tyler doesn't look any better. They basically look the same. But, I mean, to their credit, like, who going to look good in this offense? Wait till you see this, TJ. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, man. First and 10 for the first and 10 for the Saints. 2 minutes, 29 seconds left. Tyler Shuck looking, throws. Man, I'm about to come. Oh my goodness, man. 34. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Whoo, boy. funny. Woo. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Please, somebody. Look, please. please. If somebody have that drop, if somebody can please take their DVR, record that drop, send it to me, TJAY Jones 8. Please, folks. Pretty please. Do it for your boy. Please. Do it for your boy, man. Do it for your boy. Man, let me make this graphic so for this post game for Bleach. Oh boy, that's hilarious. Oh man. Somebody please put that drop. Somebody help your boy out, please. Please put that drop. Please, somebody record that drop and send it to me. Can I get a drop? Can I get a drop? Man, can I get a drop on that drop, please? Man, this was, oh boy, this was the funny, like, boy, this, man, this was funny. This game, bro, this was one of the most hilarious Saints games I've seen in a long time, bro. But this is like one of the funniest Saints games I've seen in a long time. I think we got to go back to that Thursday night game when the Saints played the Broncos last year. Or if I got like a laugh like this. My goodness, man. This was hilarious. This was hilarious, man. Somebody please do that for your boy. I don't ask for much. 4 sacks, 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 5 tackles for loss, 5 quarterback hits, and 2 turnover on downs. And 1 return for a touchdown, man. 3rd and 4. Oh, my goodness, man. What an ish show. Tyler Shuck throws, caught. Of course, no yards after the catch, and it's going to be 4th down. So go ahead and punt so we can get this game over with. No yak. Like I said, you're at the bar and it's 2. They going for it? Oh, they're going for it on the 4th and 3. Okay. All right, here we go, folks. What a sack at. What a sack. Okay, all right, there you go. There you go, Shuck. Said Shuck hasn't had one. Man, look, I ain't even think about no Tyler Shuck. Like, man, Tyler Shuck, this quarterback issue is the least of our problem. Pick. That's probably the best catch, and I'm not over exaggerating. That's probably the best catch contested I ever seen Rashid Shaheed catch, and I mean that respectfully. I just have not seen him do that, like, for real. Like, I promise you, that's probably the best catch that I've seen homie catch. Bro, I ain't laughed this hard. Bro, I ain't laughed this hard in so long, man. Watching no football. See, you could have had a free play right there. Rookie mistake. Man. Anybody that has to call Saints games, man, I'm sorry, man. John Vilma, I bet John Vilma, like, man, having to watch this team after what they created and built and the credibility they brought to New Orleans. All right, 109. Here we go. Looking, throws, check down. Shaheed, please, yeah. Oh, is he hurt? Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Man. Hope it's just a cramp. Let's see what happened to him. Oh, okay. It's like okay. Is it hip? All right, man. Yeah, there you go. There you go, man. Good job, man. Don't see Shaheed get hurt. My goodness, folks. All right, man. Some of y'all probably already out of your misery. Me, I'm not there quite yet. All right, so we got about 50 seconds left. Man, man, my goodness. Them boys didn't even put the down on the screen. Boys and took that off. Like, it don't matter. Y'all just go out there and do your best. Here's the snap. Looking. Shuck. Throws. Incomplete. Behind Vele. 2nd and 10. 923 people watching this right now, man. I ask that you hit the like button across the platform. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Look at Villa, man, taking his shoulder pads off. Like, hey, man, we done. Man. Looking. Please throw the ball down the field. Just get out of bounds. There you go. 46 seconds left. We got that number 1 pick. I don't know, man. At best, we got the number 2. But I think we got to look at the strength of schedule here. I believe the Jets beat the Bengals, and the Saints beat the. I guess you got to look at like the strength of schedule. Yeah, so this probably will put the Saints at the number 1 pick, losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, so here we go. Tyler Shuck looking, steps up in the pocket, tries to fight, throw the ball, man. And that pass is incomplete, intended for Devon Vele. Man. So the Jets won today. So you got the Titans at 1-7, the Saints at 1-7, the Jets at 1-7. So the Saints, at best, leaving this game today, will have the number 2 overall pick. Man, there ain't no helping this team, bro. I don't care who the quarterback is. And I hope some of y'all actually see this today. But even, Brandon Cooks ain't got these many targets. Brandon Cooks ain't got these many targets all season. Yeah, man. I want to also send prayers up to Cam Scatterboo, man. That was nasty today. I don't know if y'all seen that ankle. Yeah, I don't know if y'all seen that ankle injury by Cam Scatterboo. Yeah, man. But that was yeah, that was nasty, man. He dislocated his ankle. That was gruesome right there. So prayers up to Cam Scatterboo. I like watching that guy play. All right, 1st and 10. Play action. Steps up in the pocket, throws the ball deep. Incomplete. I don't know why you're doing this, Jawan Johnson. He ain't gonna catch it no way. 2nd and 10. $16 or 28. Man, this sad, man. Bro, this is sad, man. It's amazing how the New Orleans Saints football has fallen over the last 4 years like this. And people can say, oh, man, it's because Drew left, but it's just been bad management and bad decision making is what got the New Orleans Saints to this point. And that's a good catch right there. And can you hurry up and get to the line? Man, bro, get out of here. No catch and tell. Man, come on, bro. Man, they ain't about to let y'all in that end zone, bro. These boys ain't been in the red zone all day. I don't know, man, but like I said, at the end of the day, like this is the second week in a row. I feel like the Saints have been out coached offensively. Right, he ain't lying. That definitely, that definitely a fitting in. They tied for the best start in their franchise history. It's amazing how one team is like on the uptick and the other team is just going crashing back down there. Man, man. Man, we about to go over the Bleacher Report. I'm about to go ahead and put this link in there for those that on Bleacher Report. Come on over. We're gonna break this thing down, man. The best way that we can. What time is it? We're gonna go ahead and break this down. Then we're gonna move on with our lives, man. I would like to hear what people got to say. I'm probably gonna come back for a post game. So be on the lookout for that link. We're gonna do that. And not gonna be long with the post game because we basically were here the whole entire game to watch this nonsense, this monstrosity that was Saints football, man. I mean, terrible. This downright terrible. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for being here. 952 people watching this right now. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Help the channel to grow. And like I said, we're going to do the Bleacher Report, and we'll be back to break this, whatever the hell this was, because I would call it a football game, but I wouldn't want to disrespect and insult football. We're going to break down whatever the heck this was we just watched for 3 hours. So make sure that y'all come on over. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, man. Previous episodes available on YouTube. Also, you can follow me on X at TJAY Jones 8. Till next time, all I got to say is, who dat?